In everything that you do, you always want to have a clear purpose. In everything that you do, everything that you say, the people you meet, the places you go to, you always want to know why you are doing it. Okay? Now, I'm talking about like the important things. Like when you set a goal for yourself. You see? When you're just living your life, sure, just react to what's going on around. See? You don't have to have a plan. You don't have to be all like thoughtful and meticulous with every little thing that goes on in your life. I'm talking about when you have set for yourself a goal, a big goal, an important goal, like climbing Mount Everest. I mean, you want to climb Mount Everest. It's right up here, right? It's all really big and difficult to climb, right? And there are a whole series of steps that you have to take in order to climb Mount Everest, right? So, for instance, you're sitting at home, you've got no camping gear, no climbing gear, nothing of the sort. You've never climbed the mountain even, and you decide, I'm going to climb Mount Everest. What do? Well, you go out and you research climbing, mountain climbing. Then you start getting into shape. You go to the gym, maybe 2 hours every day, because you need to be in pretty good shape to climb Mount Everest now, don't you? And then slowly, you start climbing smaller hills. You buy equipment as you go. And pretty soon, maybe in 2, 3, 4 years, you've gotten good enough as a mountain climber to make an attempt on Everest. And you hire guides and Sherpas and what have you, and you make your attempt to climb that mountain to get to the top, right? That's a very simple goal. Climbing Mount Everest, it's there. There are other goals that are more difficult because they're more abstract. And a lot of times you can lose sight of that goal. It's very important that you do not. Okay? The most important thing, when you have found the thing that you are going after, you have to fix it in your mind. Climbing a mountain is very simple because it's a mountain, it's right there, it's obvious, it's not going anywhere. But for some goals that we have on a personal level, they're much more difficult. When you want to achieve a certain status, a certain position within your society, when you want to achieve a goal that is more abstract. Say you want to be rich. Well, being rich is actually kind of easy. Being influential, being politically powerful, for instance, that's harder because it's more vague. And it's constantly shifting, you see? So, when you decide on what goal it is that you're after, you have to keep it firmly in mind, and everything that you do should be in pursuit of that goal. But at the same time, there are a whole host of things in your life that are not important or even necessary for achieving that goal, and that one you don't have to worry about. But when it comes to your goal, you always want to be thinking about the goal, keeping it in mind, and do everything with a clear purpose. There are a lot of men, smart men, very capable men, who don't live that kind of life. They float around like a jellyfish. They react to their environment. They go here, they go there. But they're actually not doing anything. They are reacting to things. They have no clear purpose. They have no clear notion of the things that they do and the words that they say and how it affects the outcome that they are pursuing. Because they have not consciously stopped and said, this is what I want. I am going to achieve this thing. I'm going to go there. I'm going to go to that mountaintop. They have not stopped to do that. It's one of the most important things in life. You have to know what you are aiming for. And once you have settled on that thing, all of your activity to achieve that goal, you should only be doing those things that help achieve those goals. You should only be speaking those words that will help you achieve those goals. And once you have said the words necessary to help you achieve your goal, once you have done the things that will help you achieve your goal, you move on to the next thing. You don't linger. See, if you have to talk to somebody and convince them of something that will help you achieve your goal, you talk to them, you convince them, and once you have them, you move on to the next thing, the next person, the next words that you have to say. You don't linger and potentially undercut what you've done, you see? Because that happens a lot of times. Certainly has happened to me. Where I sort of like achieve a goal I have with a particular person, and then I linger. And I start like sort of like saying things that sort of like undercut my own my own desire, my own objectives. Yeah, it happens all the time because it's very difficult to be that disciplined all the time. To always stay on point, on track. It's hard. Okay? As you get older, it's easier. As you get older, you are able to do it more easily, to stay on point, focused on what you're looking for. Like for instance, in my own case, I started this YouTube channel pretty much for fun, you know, but then something happened, and it was because of you, by the way. You caused this. You see, recently I now have 5,000 subscribers, and I'm thrilled about it. It's a wonderful thing. But when I crossed the 2,000 subscriber mark or something like that, I realized that I had the potential to achieve a very big goal. You see, before that, I was sort of keeping to myself. I was, in touch with a few people here and there on YouTube. And, just enjoying that I had, 1,000 subs, 1,500 subs, what have you. But then when I crossed the 2,000 sub mark, I all of a sudden realized that here was a chance to actually do something really good. Not just for myself, not for my own aggrandizement, although that's not going to hurt either, but something that is valuable. And so I set a mountaintop for myself. I set an Everest, and I'm climbing it. And for instance, I announced earlier today that I'm doing the Project Nightmare thing. And I do hope you'll show up. It's going to be on Saturday morning, Saturday midday. You'll hear the announcement. You'll know. Don't worry. But my point is, see, the Project Nightmare, very important to me right now. But it's part of a larger goal. You see? I got into a Twitter tiff with Sargon of Akkad and his bootlickers. It wasn't for no reason. See, before I was watching them sort of from afar, sort of interested in a casual way, kind of like when you watch other people play chess, right? But all of a sudden I realized it was very, very important for me to stir it up with Tubby and the Septics. It became very important to my goal. And so I'm doing that. And so I, occasionally, go out on little hit and run raids on those little people. It's not for no reason. It's part of a larger goal, you see? And so when I'm doing it, when I'm answering tweets, tweeting back, flinging insults here and there, and put downs and what have you, it's for a reason. See? Always with a reason, always with a clear purpose. You can't act without a clear purpose because you'll be ruined. You'll be destroyed, literally. It's like, imagine this. Imagine you are crossing a suspension bridge. One of those rope bridges like in the Amazon or something like that, over this enormous ravine. And 1,000 feet down, there's a river and certain death, of course. So you're crossing this rope bridge and it has these planks across it, but some of the planks are broken. Some of the planks are very sturdy. Some of the planks look sturdy, but they're actually rotten. And some of the planks, well, they're simply not there, right? So how do you cross such a bridge? With your eyes on your feet, looking at where you're going, right? Because you have a clear goal, a clear purpose, you see? And so you know which planks to step on and which to avoid, right? Always have a clear purpose with what you do. Okay? I don't know if I gave you this lesson very well, as it were. I'm dissatisfied with this video. But look, over the coming weeks and maybe months, you'll see my goal. You'll see what I'm doing, and this will make more sense. So just stay tuned.